Slight technical difficulties here. We are midway through the July craft along. Hopefully, if you're watching the live stream, you can navigate your way to this live stream and find me. I think it was because my battery was so low, but it did. I still had battery, but it lost connection and cut out. So we are. Let me just give it a little bit of time while we wait for some more people to join, and we will get started again. Hopefully the phone will behave. Just do some behind the scenes fixing. Right. So I'll just tweak this one. So this is what we're making today. If you didn't see the first half of the video, so if you want to see how we got to this, got this far, then you'll see part 1. So this is where we're up to. So we've got the base of the box made, but nothing decorating it yet. We've got the insert, and let me see if I can come out of here and watch along live. It's one thing learning how to use a new system. It's another thing learning how to manage it when it goes wrong. I'm worried that no one will actually see this video. If you do come along live, do say hello in the comments. Let me know you're here. But at the moment, I can't find it on my page. Here it is. Right, I am in part 2. And Jackie says she can see me. Yay, wonderful, excellent. Sorry about that. Right, let's crack back on. Okay, where were we? Right, we're adding the honeycomb to here. So all we're going to be doing with these ones is decorating it with the flowers and the bees. So you can, the honeycomb can take centre stage on that. Ooh. And if you make any mistakes like that, because I went over the edge, I'm just going to cover that over with a handy honeycomb on there. So add ones that are going off the edge, dark, light. Keep it nice and interesting. So, and Jackie, I'm assuming you just said if you couldn't hear me, but I'm assuming that's okay without the mic plugged in. Remember testing it last time it sounded better with the mic plugged in, but I think it still worked without. So if you wanted to, I've got tape on here just because that's how I store it. I stick it to the lid of the ink pad. But if you wanted to, if you've got a bit more time to tape it in position for each time you're doing this, it's fine too. And then on the birthday wishes, I'm just going to add a few coming in from the top and the bottom just to tie it in with the rest of the theme. go. And I think these videos have to stay as 2 videos. And work out how to manage the battery, because it's I'd say normally in those sort of situations you can say, oh, I should have charged it, but I like the workshops are too close together and I've charged it for as much as I possibly can today and it wasn't enough, so to reevaluate. Okay, so now we've finished all the inking. What I'm going to do is use a wet wipe and just clean this mat so that we don't get any of the ink on the back of any of the pieces we're working on. And I'm going to make sure, love the orange, make sure I clean the stencil as well. Excellent. All right, now we can start putting it all together. So I'm going to start by laying these. So these squares are the right size to fit on the square panels coming out. So I might want to lift you up again. Oh, Jackie says I can hear you very clearly. In fact, you are louder on this mic on my laptop. Oh, that's interesting. I'll have to reevaluate that then. So let's have got this double-sided tape, so you can use any glue for this. I'm going to add that to the back and stick it onto the front panel. So remember we had one that wasn't folded. Doesn't matter if you have folded it, it just sort of helps the recipient know how which one is the back. I'm going to add these on. So I might put this one on the back. So aim for an equal gap on the top and the sides. Don't worry about too much at the bottom because obviously it blends in with the rest. There. Final one. Just as that runs out. Excellent. Let me get, I did grab a refill. So I would have one to hand. The inner workings of the glue mouse. And what did I get up to? Just missing that corner. Beautiful. So like striking these colours. I love it. And then I'm going to raise the birthday wishes up onto the foam pads. So in your kit you'll have these foam pads. They're sticky on both sides. So if you peel them off from the sheet and stick them down, you don't have to completely cover the back, but you don't want to let it dip. So I'm probably going to put like 9 on this one, I think. Two more. And press them all down, and then just, if you've got a slightly longer nail, it's handy to do this, just to take all the backs off. And that is my iPad is now out of charge. So I feel a bit lost now about the second screen, but we're fine. We're fine. Well, let's put these panel on before we forget. So these are they're not squares, so they are cut so they will create a neat rectangle with an equal drawing. So just make sure you've got them the right way around. You're not trying to stick them that way up. And stick them onto the back panels. And this one. I'm really glad that I've cleaned that mat. That would show any slight ink on there. That's lined up. Okay. Ooh, that's exciting. All right, let's get to the fun bit where we can add all the decorations. So I'm going to add a foam pad to the back of 4 of the bees. And I'm just going to copy the design I have here. So you can experiment with your own ideas. I like to have the bees heading towards the flowers so that they've got, that feels like the right thing to do. So the one that I don't is coming from that angle, so that one off. Add the foam, 1 foam pad on the back of each one, and then they're ready to go when we're ready to stick them. I'm not ready to stick them just yet. That's 3 o'clock. If you do have to go and do school pickup or anything, don't worry, obviously these are all recorded and you can pick up from where we left off. So let's start with this one. I'm going to copy the way I did it on here because it was very nice. So I'm going to stick a leaf and a flower onto the end of 1 acetate sheet. And I'm going to add some glue to the top of the acetate. I'm going to do it with a red glue so that it's the red tape. Nice and strong. I'm just going to cut a small piece and, okay, so I can see it, hold it up so I can just put that on the end. And then I'm going to stick that leaf to the back of that one. So you've got leaf, tape, acetate at the moment. And it's slightly sticky, I wonder. Okay, we might reevaluate because I don't want to leave the sticky bit. Because obviously when you close the box, it's going to stick to something. So if you do end up with a bit that's left, I'm just peeling off the excess, but you can just layer a bit of an offcut of card on top instead. That's fine, that's not sticky now. So, and I'm going to put a foam pad on the back of the flower and add that to the front. Okay. And then that's the one that's going to go at the front. So we've got that one. And then we're going to make 2 more. And I'm going to put the leaves on the front of these ones, and I'm going to put the glue on the leaf. There. And then foam pads. It's handy to use the foam pads as well because they are so much stronger as well. So they do guarantee that's going to hold. And I've done that quite low down, so I'm actually going to just trim the excess acetate off. That one. And then this one's got a double. So tell you what, let's add some glue. I'm going to add glue onto the acetate stick this time. Strip. And I'm going to stick a leaf on either end. Okay, and just going to trim down the acetate sheet as well. Strip. And then I've got a slight sticky bit in the middle, but I'm going to add a flower with the thing. And it is 3 o'clock, so my son has just come home from school. That's my eldest. I did remind him this morning that I was going to be doing a workshop, but he may well just start hollering at me. So I'm going to stick that down. I just want to make sure that that all the sticky bit is contained with the acetate stick, so it's not going to stick onto the back. Excellent. So that's 3 there. And then I'm going to add some foam pads to the back of this one. And just some glue onto the back of this leaf. So I've kind of got the shortcut in the sense that I'm copying the design that's in front of me. You're welcome to copy that design as well, obviously. But if you've got more time and you want to spend a bit more time planning where things go, then feel free. But I'm conscious of time, as ever, always ticking away. And I want to make sure I get this finished before I have to scoot off on the school one. So what's nice about that pocket now is that we can experiment with where these go. So I'm just going to slide that into the top, and that one, and then you can adjust whether they need to be higher or lower. So what the rule of thumb is, so every so often you need to test closing it, and then you want all of the items to be within the black square. So if it's too high and it goes over the top, you've got a little bit of leeway with the envelope, but you'll need to reduce the length of the acetate. And this one's going to go in the front. So again, this one has the tendency to go over. So just make sure you're not over. So hold it into position first with it all closed, and then gently hold it forward. That's it, open it up. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'd thought about it a few seconds earlier. What I'm going to do is use a little bit of washi tape just to mark. Obviously, normally I'd mark it with a pencil, and so you can see where it is. Can't do that on acetate. So I'm going to use a little bit of washi tape and just mark where it reaches the top. So every time I've been making these cards since January, just for my own family and friends, trying to sort of perfect it before making it into a kit. But I think every time I make one, I'm discovering different techniques. Right, so that's where we want it to be. So that base is the top of that box. So I'm going to add a nice strong bit of red tape. Nice long bit because we don't scrimp on this on this bit. And then we can easily see where that should go. Want it sort of in the centre. And then squeeze that down. Whee! And then we can take off the washi tape. And then we'll be well. Yep, we got it in the perfect position for it to go into the envelope. Beautiful, and they're looking lovely, lovely in position. So if you're with the person when they open it, you can say these move. You can adjust them, or if you want to, once you've got it all set up, you can add some glue onto the end of them. Probably like a wet glue that dries would be good, so you can position it and then wait for it to dry. And then another one we're going to add. So what I like on this one is just adding a bee onto the acetate strip, and I'm just going to do with this glue. It doesn't need to be too strong because it is it's not holding any weight. The bee is very light. So on that acetate bit, make sure it's far enough over so it's not leaving a sticky patch on the back. Then I'm going to add the other bees, all heading towards. So this point, so if you've done the other classes today, I've been adding like the black fine line over a little dotted line behind the bee. So that's, you can do that here as well. It'll look quite nice. I haven't done, and I won't do because I need to go to school. And also this one at the back, because we're folding it like that, you can, she says, having put too much foam tape on the back. It does it comes off like marshmallow if you pick a tip. I take off some of that. You can have it hanging over the edge, which feels like, oh, it's like you can't close the card, but the way that's done means that you can, and it can fit into the envelope, and they've got somewhere to write, and it's a stunning card to put on display. There we have it. So I'm need to hold it at the right angle for you to all see. But they are lovely. Thank you ever so much. Dancing away. Thank you ever so much for joining me today in this workshop. Apologies for the technical mishap, and I can no longer see comments. Actually, I'll tap on this one. I can. But if you have any other questions about these cards, or if you make them in any different colour combinations or different ideas, do let me know. I'd love to see them. You can email me the pictures at della@dellabydesign.co.uk, or you can pop them onto my social pages. So I'm Della by Design on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Twitter still. So yes, do share what you make. I'd love to see. Thank you, Jackie. You're very welcome, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.